Hi everyone. So today is going to be a little bit of a different video because I want to share something with you that happened to me, and maybe it happened to you as well, so you might find it useful. So if I sound strange, by the way, I'm just recovering now from a really bad cough I had yesterday, and actually I tried to film a couple of videos and then I realized the editing would be like a nightmare, so I will have to refilm them today again. So here in front of me I have a pack of the German brand Herma, and these are transparent label paper or paper sheets, and they specifically come in this size, which is 210 by 297. So I think it's the, let me just get an A4 out as a comparison, and I don't want to show you what's at the back of it, just want to compare the size. Yeah, so it's the A4 size sheets, and basically it's matte paper that you can create labels with. And if you are from America, then you are so blessed in terms of having a wide range of craft and art supplies readily available to you, and you have all these great coupons that you can use up and have loads of discounts. We here in UK have very minimal craft supplies, and to find something decent, it really is a struggle. So even something like this, which is now becoming quite trendy or common thing to do, is to make your own labels. To find the right paper is not that easy, and this is what I could find available here without some crazy shipping charges. And essentially you get 25 sheets of paper. Now here's what I want to share with you. Is it says here for laser, and I'm not a pro. I just got a nice printer, which is an inkjet printer, and I didn't realize that there is going to be a big difference for laser printers and inkjet, and I thought it's all kind of under one type of roof. Now if you knew that, that's great, but like I said, I'm completely new to this. So mine is number 4375, and that's the important bit because I didn't realize that when I was ordering on Amazon. So when you flip it to the other side, there is a nice little image here for showing all the products they have. So they have the label, size cut, sizes, circles, etc., whatever you fancy. As I said, I specifically needed A4. They also, by the way, do A3. But here is the thing. All of them, with the exception for this one here, which says inkjet, and it's the number 8964, I assume the rest of them are all designed for laser printers, and that's where the issue comes. So although it says here premium quality, and it is suitable for Canon, Epson, HP, Lexmark, Brother, Kyocera, OKI, Xerox, etc., mine is an Epson printer, and it's I don't know whether these are meant to be just laser printers or in general they're talking about brands, but anyhow, this paper does not work for inkjet, and you should keep that in mind. So the one I have is so the 4375 is this paper here, which it says 1, so it's the A4 whole sheet of it. And the one I should have gotten by the looks of it is this one, which, like I said, I wasn't aware of it. Anyhow, so I'm going to show you what it looks like when you take it out of the package. So you get this kind of off-white paper, or not, it's not a paper, it's backed up. It's a kind of like a vinyl sticker paper. So you can see, you lift it off and you have a nice matte sticker paper with the adhesive back. So if you have a laser printer, you print your images on here, cut them out and then stick them onto your projects. However, I will show you what happens if you print with this paper, or I guess any paper designed for laser prints, on an inkjet printer. So I will show you this one here. So this is just a simple photocopy. This isn't a scanned image, so the quality isn't that great, but it's just a simple photocopy, and I'm just getting used to the printer and the settings and everything. So it's quite a like a professional printer, so it should be able to print nicely. But just to show you the comparison of exactly same image that I printed on this paper. So what happens is the ink actually never properly dries. So I printed this last night and it stayed in my studio overnight, and if I move it, then the ink comes off a little bit. So even these finer light lines, they also are movable, and that's the problem that you will occur. Also, you can see that the image is a lot less sharp, and what happens is that the line blurs out as it dries. So it comes out looking a little bit sharper than this, and then it just kind of all, as you can see, you're losing the detail completely. And there is a lot of smudging here, which I worried that you know, hopefully that wouldn't mess up my printer, but you just will need to run a couple of prints just to clean it off. But yeah, I was not happy at all, and I think that they should put a warning there to make it very clear for the first time buyers that this is not going to be good for your inkjet printer. So no. So I can't really do much about them. I might try and see if I can lift this ink somehow with like tissue or something, and what I can then make these images usable. But to be honest with you, it just scratches off and it smudges off, and it's just a mess. If I use this in my journal, I have a feeling that it would just kind of mess up a lot of things, so I might just bin it all together, and I don't think it's savable. I will also show you another example. So I use a lot of black ink in my illustration, and that was the main issue. So when it comes to other colors, they're still smudgeable, but not as bad as the black ink. That seems to really spread out quite strongly, and I will show you a simple photocopy. So here is a photocopy image of that. You can see again a lot of detail is lost, and then on the other side you have this horrendous situation happening. So yeah, I am quite you know, a little bit annoyed that the companies don't warn us about it. But anyhow, what I wanted to let you know as well is that if you encounter this problem, you can still try and use this for stickers, but there is two ways that I found works well. So there is the ink pad, which is the Staz, and that is designed to kind of work on different surfaces, and it actually works well. So I have stamped this "Oh goodness" right here, so it's not coming off, it's staying there. However, when again the issue is when you first stamp it, it looks nice and sharp, and then the lines start to blur. So you know, if you don't mind that, then you can still use up your paper in that way. The other thing I found that works is actually these colored pencils by Faber Castell. So they're the Polychromos, and I've done a little image sketch here, and it doesn't come off, it seems, which is great. So you can kind of draw little sketches and turn them into stickers. But let's do that Staz on. So this is the color Stone Grey. They come in different colors, and I'm going to stamp this image of a flower to demonstrate to you that the line will kind of blur out a little bit. So let's do it here at the bottom, and I'm just going to stamp it like so and leave it on there just for a little bit, and then lift it. And as you can see, now straight away it looks quite nice and sharp. However, give it a couple of minutes, and as it's drying, you can already start seeing that there is like spreading of the line, and kind of yeah, it doesn't look as clear, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's still usable basically. Okay, so I gave the flower a couple of minutes, I'd say about 2 minutes. And let me just zoom you in so we could do the smudge test. So it doesn't seem to move at all, even on the thicker lines. So that's good. So you can use it that way, and then you could cut your image out, and that would be it. If you like, you could use a little bit of color, and let's see. So I've got some colors over here, and I'll pick out a couple, and then I'll try to color them in. Now the tricky bit is, of course, not to go into this ink that will smudge everywhere, so I might just cut it out and make my life easier. Like so, and move this mess somewhere else. And so now I could just take my pencils and go over it. Hopefully you can see it. The pencils glide really nicely, which is great. So at least that way you could save some of the money that you spent on this product, which I'm actually quite happy, because last night when I was so excited to set up the printer and have my stickers printed, when I then very quickly realized that it's just not working, it was a little bit annoying. So now that I can, however, save some of them at least, that makes it somewhat more pleasant. And then on the darker side, I'm just going to create a little bit more of a darker color, like so. I mean, Polychromos are just beautiful pencils. If you don't like pencils, there's a high likelihood that you might actually start to like pencils when you try these, just because they're so gorgeous. I never was into colored pencils until I tried the Polychromos. Okay, so I'm just leaving a little bit of white here, just as a highlight. I kind of like it when it's not fully colored in. And what I also like is that it seems to be quite blendable in this transparent sticker paper. And then I will also put some green in here. So let's see. The only thing is, if your pencil starts to kind of shed these little pigments, what you can do is, first of all, just blow them off, or gently like use a brush or something to get rid of them. So let me just pull my useless mat that I got. And that's it. So just do like that, really gently. And now let's do the smudge test. I am pressing reasonably well and nothing is coming off. So there you go. So that could be your way of using up this paper. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this around. I am using what I consider the best fussy cutting scissors that are out there, which are Tim Holtz. They just grab onto the paper very nicely, and that is because of how the blade is cut, and because they're so small and neat, it makes it really easy to cut around details, even if you're not great at fussy cutting. I'm not that good at it, but these scissors help me a lot, I find. Right, so I'm leaving a small edge. It depends how you like it, but keep in mind this is transparent, so you're not going to you know, see like a white boarding around the image. So that doesn't really matter, essentially. So you could even cut it bigger, but I like it still quite small. And that is your sticker ready. Let me put it in my journal and then we'll catch up. Okay, so I found a page in my journal and I'm going to stick it right here. Now also keep in mind it's transparent, so you should see whatever is behind it and it's going to look like overlaid. So let's do this. There's our sticker, and I'm just going to stick it like that, and you can still see her lashes underneath, so that's quite nice. And it's got, I mean, you can peel it off if you want to. No, you can't actually. I wondered if you could do that. So no, it's got a very strong adhesive. So this paper, which is quite fine, it's the Tomoe River, it started peeling. So I wouldn't recommend trying to re-stick it. So this is it. This is what it looks like. It looks really nicely layered and like part of the illustration. So you could totally cut off this bit and then create like a little crown. There's so many more things you can do with this. So I hope you found this quite useful and fun, and thanks for watching and see you soon.